guys, and welcome back. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and today we're going to do a quick and dirty update on the Bog and Succulent Garden. As you can see, it looks quite a bit different than the last time I brought you guys out here. With carnivorous plants in particular, it's not always about how cold they get, it's how fast they get cold. So since we were having some profound cold snaps a week or so ago, I had to get them covered in a hurry. Now, I'm not done with my overwintering process, and I'll be sure to bring you guys along for the rest of the ride, but I thought today I'd show you sort of what I've done to slow down the cooling process for my plants. So let's take a closer look and I'll tell you a little more about it. So all the plants that I chose for both of these gardens will overwinter in my zone, which is zone 6 something, I think it's 6B. But specifically with the carnivorous plants who require this dormancy, some of them are from a region that is not quite as cold as it gets here, and they can take that just fine as long as they don't get too cold too fast. So what I've done here is I've put, you can see the plants underneath are still doing great. I've just put a layer of burlap over top of the garden, and then I've used this pine straw on top, about 6 inches thick, and this will just ensure that the plants stay nice and humid until spring, but also that they don't freeze too fast. Now, over in my potted ones, I did the same thing, but I also wrapped it with winter cloth. And I'll probably not do anything to my succulent garden. Most of the succulents that I chose, actually all of them that are still in there, sort of go into a dormancy in the winter, and then they'll come back just fine in the spring. You can see it looks, a lot of them look pretty dead right now. We've had a few hard freezes. We've had 6 inches of snow, and some of them still look kind of cool, and some of them just look like they're going dormant. But again, all of these guys will come back in the spring, and I'm pretty excited to add a bunch more plants. This garden did really well for me. And I'm also excited to really do more with my bog garden. The biggest concern I have with keeping these guys outside for this winter is the possibility of pests getting in there and rooting around. So I think what I'm going to do at some point is to build some sort of barricade around it, just to try and keep things like voles out, because one of the biggest risks to these plants is critters digging them up, especially as food sources become more scarce. I haven't done anything else in the greenhouse. I still have some things to do out there, so maybe we'll stop out there next week if we have some mild days. Today is the first day that it's been above freezing, so I'm taking advantage of this beautiful weather, and we're going to go get our Christmas tree. But I just wanted to give you guys, take the opportunity of this nicer weather to give you guys a quick update on what's going on out here. I also think it's kind of cool that this little plant over here, this succulent, had dropped some leaves and they've started growing into my gravel. Just really cool. And some of these hens and chicks, or the sempervivums, get some really cool fall coloration. So I'm especially like that one over there, really vivid. And I'm really excited to see what all comes back and how it does next year. I wanted to show you guys as well sort of the difference in the winter state of these guys. Look how tiny those little rosettes are. Pretty cool. But you can see that a lot of the succulent growth just looks, well, mainly dead, because it is. But again, these should come back just fine in the spring. I want to update you guys as well on my windowsill plants, especially the carnivorous ones, but also my orchids. So let me know down in the comments if that's something you want to see. As always, thanks for your continued support, and stay tuned.